Now always remember that the best way to get a free easy Titan kill is by waiting to call in your Titan until you see an enemy Titan called in. Oftentimes, enemy players will call it in and take their sweet fucking time getting to it. During this time, it will be bent over on all fours like a little bitch, hidden in an impenetrable force field. When that happens, deploy your Titan right on top of that hunched over motherfucker and finish him. Boom, KO, free Titan kill, didn't even have to fire a shot, word to your mother, motherfucker. I am Miss for the win and the greatest Titan pilot to ever grace both the core and frontier worlds. This game has only been out for 2 days and already I'm 50th prestige level infinity because I cleverly deduced early on that the fastest way to rank up in Titanfall is by playing Last Titan Standing. This is because you get 450 points per Titan kill, 200 for booming the motherfucker and another 250 for the elimination. And you have the opportunity to score that 450 points almost 10 times as often as opposed to other game modes because everyone is starting out in a Titan every round, of which there are 4 and these rounds go by fairly quickly. Mastering Titanfall takes a deeper understanding of the abstract mechanisms by which this game has developed an unprecedented FPS skill gap. Unique in its diversity of appeals to a variety of players and their playstyles at the exact same time. Despite popular belief, there is a wide skill gap in Titanfall, one that must be traversed not only with the fine-toned practice that ultimately results in perfection, but also through a deeper understanding of what, how, and why the developers have facilitated it in such a way as to render that skill gap multidimensional. The first and most crucial intellectual reorientation one must undergo in order to master Titanfall is to understand that your pilot, the human character directly under the player's control, does not have an equal amount of power to do justice and affect the match's ultimate outcome as the typical human infantry character directly under the player's control in most other shooter games on the market today, such as Call of Duty. The Titan is the true player in the match. Its power in controlling who wins or loses is ultimately closer to the power of a human infantry player in games like COD, Battlefield, or Halo. It is important to understand this because I think many Titanfall players make the mistake of equating the pilot in Titanfall with the typical infantry from other shooters while equating the Titan with, say, kill streaks in COD or vehicles in Battlefield and Halo. This mentality is counterproductive to forming a more competent list of priorities to more coherently base your decisions off of in-game. Generally speaking, your top priority when playing as a pilot should be to earn your Titanfall as quickly as possible. Or more simply put, you always want to focus on making your Titan come faster. This is because Titans win games, because the Titan can do in 10 seconds what takes the pilot a full minute. If you pay attention to the gameplay, you'll see plenty of clips where the Batman with his oh my god, seriously? Batcock? What the fuck? I have to say Batcock? If you pay attention to the gameplay, you'll see plenty of clips where the Batman with his Batcock is in the Titan running down hordes of infantry, AI, and pilots, usually walking over Grunts and Spectres, while drowning the human-controlled pilots in a barrage of rocket fire spam. And with this strategy, he can cut through vast amounts of enemy forces with relative ease, and the only thing that can truly put a stop to this massacre is another Titan. Because although they are equipped with anti-Titan weapons, pilots are usually going to have a very tough time bringing down a Titan on their own. The best time for a pilot to strike is while a Titan fight between 2 Titans is already underway, and in that scenario, a pilot can turn the tide of the battle, or if the targeted Titan has just finished a fight and is badly damaged. But a one-on-one between a Titan and a pilot will almost always go to the Titan for obvious reasons. Now, multiple pilots attacking a Titan on multiple fronts of course offers a stronger threat, but even then the Titan can very easily escape the fight and live to shit on infantry another day. If you are fighting a Titan as a pilot, the best strategy is to stick to the rooftops. Because the Titan cannot jump or fly, height is its greatest disadvantage when combating pilots. A pilot on a rooftop can easily pop out, fire a rocket, and then take a few steps back to use the angle of the roof for cover. For best results, switch rooftops every time you pop out for an attack. The rooftop is also the best position for which you can rodeo a Titan. Rodeoing a Titan is the most consequential and effective maneuver a pilot can employ in-game. The risk of death is high, but the tangible benefits are worth it. For one, pummeling the Titan's innards from its back is the single fastest way to reduce build time. A single clip of the carbine can shave over 40 seconds of your build time. This is also the easiest way to kill them, as you bypass their health and deal massive amounts of damage with only a regular gun. If the Titan is under AI control, it will bend over like a little bitch and take it. If it's human controlled and the player isn't a complete fuckwit, he will leave his Titan cockpit to shoot you off the back. Now when you are skull fucking this enemy Titan, that is, you are in a rodeo position and riddling its fuckwit face with bullets, switch to your secondary after you empty your first clip. This is because oftentimes you will not have time to reload your primary weapon before someone kills you or you are forced to dismount, and thus switching to your secondary will allow you to inflict another bout of damage directly to the Titan's health, which does not regenerate, by the way. A Titan rodeo is always a very effective maneuver because even if you don't finish the Titan, you will at the very least have inflicted heavy damage and forced the enemy pilot to abandon his Titan, taking him out of any Titan fight he may have been in. And should he die before returning to his cockpit, his wounded AI Titan will be an easy target for your allied predators. However, the best way to kill a Titan will always be with another Titan. And victory in the match will always be determined by who had more Titans on the field of battle for a longer time. And really what you want are periods of time in the match during which your team has a Titan up, preferably multiple Titans, while the enemy has no Titans up, even if it lasts for only a short period of time. Leads are lost and gained, matches turned on their head by a single instance of full Titan dominance on the map. And this is why it is so important to earn and destroy Titans as quickly as possible. Now the fastest way to earn your Titanfall obviously is by killing enemy AI and pilots by shooting them with bullets from your gun. If you hadn't figured it out yet, the AI's primary purpose is to serve as the fodder by which you reduce your build time. Everyone's always going on about how the AI are so dumb, but the fact of the matter is that they're supposed to be dumb. They're cannon fodder. When playing as a pilot, think of yourself as a Jedi while the enemy AI are the equivalent of stormtroopers. It's not supposed to be a competition against them. It's almost more of a mini game. Who can kill them the fastest? And there will be an apparent skill gap in which players can reduce their build time the quickest. They're supposed to be easy to kill because it's not about how many you kill per life, it's about how fast you kill them. But that's not to say that the AI aren't dangerous, because they do take their toll, and what's especially sinister about it is that often players don't even notice. Although rarely will an AI actually kill a player, they will take an aggregate lump sum drain on your team as a whole if they are not properly managed. The AI do inflict damage, small amounts of damage on their own, but in groups that damage becomes much more cringeworthy, particularly if they get a rocket off on you. If you are a pilot and you zoom by a fat group of AI, as many pilots do, and that group of AI gets shots off on you, you're very well maybe at a severe disadvantage when you run into a pilot 10 seconds later because your health is already taken a hit. More importantly, groups of AI can play a significant role in determining the outcome of a Titan battle. If you get into a 1 vs 1 Titan fight, but your enemy also has AI scattered around the battle area, those AI will shoot rockets at you and bullets enough so that by the time the Titan fight is over, their damage will have added up to a substantial amount that can very easily determine winners and losers of Titan fights. Or if you try and back off of a fight to let your shields recharge, if you're surrounded by enemy AI that are pelting you with fire, even if it doesn't do much damage, it's going to keep you from recharging your shields, which can be life and death at times. So it's important to kill AI whilst you traverse the map. Many players, including myself a lot of the time, will simply try and fish out the human players, largely ignoring the AI. But this is counterproductive because you want to keep the AI suppressed and thinned out. If every pilot kills AI when they can, they will not be able to regenerate as quickly as they are slain. And of course, and most importantly, killing AI is the easiest way to reduce build time. You get more seconds off for killing a pilot, but you have easier access to the AI, obviously. And if you continue to destroy AI as you encounter them, you will see significant drops in your build time. Now let's switch topics to pilot-on-pilot combat. Typically in first-person shooters, the punishment for death is the respawn time, forcing your team to play down a man for whatever length of time you are waiting to respawn. In Titanfall, killing a pilot actually means very little, because there's no respawn time, the maps are incredibly small, and when that pilot respawns, he's probably already going to be near enemy AI, so he can immediately begin working on reducing his build time. And if for whatever reason he doesn't respawn right back in the action, the mobility in Titanfall means he will be able to travel back into the action within seconds. The only benefit to your team for killing an enemy pilot is reduced build time, because the Titans are the real players, and when you're outside of your Titan, what you're really trying to do is reduce the respawn time so that you have more Titans on the field more often. Because that is where the game is won, not by the pilots, but by the Titans. And furthermore, when playing as a pilot, always be sure to capitalize on your mobility. You want to be wall running and roof jumping as often as possible, because when you are in these mobile states, you are a much harder target to kill. So statistically speaking, the more mobile you are, the less you will die. Now, Titan versus Titan combat is not something that can be summarized with 100% clairvoyance in this particular instance because it is a deep, complex, and intricate practice. Ultimately, the majority of the skill gap in Titanfall is represented in the clash of titans on the battlefield. But there are some general concepts you should go about mastering right away. The first is your ability to remain calm under pressure. Motherfuckers will be shooting from every goddamn direction, oh god, shot grenades, and then this titan punches you in the fucking face. There's electric smoke all over the place, and oh shit, a pilot has boarded you. The key is to calmly acknowledge each new threat and obstacle as it arises. Quickly devise a counter, whether it be running the fuck away or deploying your tactical ability, and then execute said counter with extreme prejudice. Because oftentimes, the chaos will consume a player, and that said player will shit his pants and just spam the triggers, accepting death and hoping to at least take someone down with them. The key to a match victory is survival, keeping your Titan on the field for as long as possible so that it might inflict as much damage and score as many points as possible. The Strider's strength is speed. You should be dodging attacks. If you're getting hit a lot, you're doing something wrong. The Ogre is about sheer strength. You will take the D to the face, but the key is deflecting that D in such a way that it is bent and misshapen for eternity, and then delivering your own D, or in my case, the V, to the enemy's face at a faster rate than he can deliver the bent D back. And the Atlas is kind of a mix between the two, so you want to dodge some D, take some D, deliver the D all day, baby. It's the D. And that's how you master Titanfall. Please remember to rate my eyes are up here. This is Miss for the Win signing out. I think I finished it. So hard. So hard. That was the funniest fucking thing I've heard in my life. The whole time